We play and call it work.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, here with Josh and Steve. Welcome, Wargamers, to a nice first impression look at the new Traitors Legion, the Chaos Space Marines, what we've been waiting for years. For years. Since I started collecting Chaos. Since I first saw my very first Chaos model. I've been waiting for this a very long time. It's ridiculous. It's been a long time. So long.
12 to 15 years, something like that.
It's
since
ridiculous
the proper
sauce.
Chaos book.
Proper sauce book came out. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video. It's going to be a two-part video. The second portion of this video will be in the MiniWarGaming Vault. We're going to do a straight-up review. We're going to dive into this book. We're going to be doing a lot of discussion, and I suspect there's going to be bickering, and I'm going to be in the middle of it, and I'm going to be looking around and loving the chaos that ensues before my face, and that is totally fine. So sit back, relax, and paint your models or doing whatever you're going to do while you listen to this and enjoy. So just know that this is two parts. So we're going to cut it off at around the 40-minute mark, and we're going to go into the vault for the rest of it. So Codex Supplement Traitor Legions. You guys have had a chance to look at the book so far. I've had a chance to only glance at the book so far. So this is partially me learning from these and this at the same time. So that's actually good because they've actually read it, and I've skimmed to prepare myself because I've been so busy with stuff. But nothing is more important than looking at new chaos. So you guys know the book. Where should we start? What's the most important thing we should start talking about? The new stuff, perhaps? Maybe the new things that you get, because what I see is it's a combination of new formations, new detachments, and an amalgamation of the things that exist already. The Traitors' Hate, and the Wrath of Magnus, and the Black Legion. So that's what I'm seeing. Yep. So that's exactly what it is.
So most of that's all a direct reprint added in.
It is, which is kind of nice. It's consolidated in one book.
Yep.
So it's easy to just refer to this one book. And what would you say is the number one thing that stands out to you in terms of the new stuff?
I'm gonna talk a little bit real quick just about what this represents overall, because this is the first time we're seeing a shift back to looking at the individual legions and properly being able to field a legion instead of a warband of something else. Because before it was a lot of you'd have a renegade warband, or these are Corsairs, something like that. This for me is the first proper, since that 3.5 edition codex that I love so much, that lets you film a proper legion.
You can make a legion that's not Black Legion. You can make everything was Black Legion one way or another.
Yeah, this kind of renegade mix of
kind of everything. It's a mismatch.
Mongrel, thin blood, not original.
Mongrel.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Black Legion.
I can't disagree, but it's you just got to say it. But it's totally true, and you can field a brand new army that is still chaos. It feels completely different than Black Legion, because of these special rules and command benefits you get for the specific detachments. So why don't we actually talk about the legions themselves? Because
every legion is getting a detachment of formations.
Yeah.
They're getting warlord traits, artifacts, special rules. You could, and you know what, there wasn't a bad one. I went through every one of them, and everybody seems fluffy for one, and playable.
Fluffy and playable.
Fluffy and playable. You know what? I was super excited for this book when we first heard about it. I'm not even a Chaos player. That's how much this book was needed for the community.
I think so.
And
I agree,
going
Steve.
through it, I couldn't find something that made me go, oh, that's too bad. It was all really, really good.
You know what? You must really feel that way, because when something is not good, you say...
I'm more than willing to say...
That's stupid.
Yep. I love to pick apart flaws and things.
Are you saying this is a perfect book?
Perfect book? No. Nothing is ever... I don't know. Maybe I'll find something. Nothing would be perfect.
You would not say Eldar is perfect?
No, it's not. Okay, so...
No, if they would be perfect if they had 24-inch range on their overpowered catapults. Then it'd be perfect.
Well, that's the issue with Eldar, is that the power level was set almost, I think, too high.
Yep.
Yeah.
So...
I'm kidding, by the way. I don't think Eldar is perfect. I think Eldar is cheese, and we should talk about meat of chaos here.
Well, I'm glad to see that, they're not following the standard codex creep of, this is the new book, it's going to be more powerful than everything before it. I like how they're kind of leveling off a little bit with the power level of some of this stuff.
But I mean, you're right. What you said is right. I can't refute that. But it feels like every one of these guys can now play up with the big boys now, except for Tau. Nobody can play against Tau.
Nobody can play against Tau.
You have to bring that word into the studio, man. It's a blasphemy in my ears. My ears are burning.
We pick on Tau too much.
Well, in my opinion, Tau isn't a good book. It doesn't fit the power level of a lot of other stuff.
And yeah, they're way up there.
Okay, so let's talk about the Black Legion Spear Tip. Okay, so we're talking about the Black Legion specific detachment here. Let's jump right into the detachments. That's what we can do. We can focus on these for this video. So first off, command benefits. Actually, hold on. There's that, and then there's Forces of the Black Legion. So you get your Special Legion rules, and then you get your detachment command benefits. So let's talk about the actual rules first. So let's see. Endless Hatred. Units with the Veterans of the Long War have the Hatred rule and can roll all failed to hit rolls against armies of the Imperium.
And everybody gets the upgrade to Veterans of the Long War.
Well, yeah,
for free.
if we go through these, we'll cover all that.
So you can't have any unique except for Abaddon? That's the only unique character
no
you can include?
No Typhus.
No, that's all in their own.
Yep.
So Abaddon's the only unique. All units that can do so must be upgraded to Veterans, is what you just said, at no additional points cost.
Finally, because
you should just have it.
Yes.
You should just have it.
Yeah. Well, it's more than that. It took a very expensive unit point-wise and at least chopped it down a little bit without rewriting the original codex.
Right,
True.
which is
That's
nice. And
true.
it makes sense if they are, the original Legionaries to have that across the board for everything.
That's true. Psychers with Mark of Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Nesh can choose to generate all their psychic powers from this one of Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Nesh, respectively. So, okay. And then, same with if you're a Demon of Tzeentch, so most often like a Demon Prince.
Yeah.
So that is a Psyker. You can choose to generate their psychic powers from the disciplines of Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Nesh as well. So now let's talk about the cool stuff here. Let's talk about the Endless Hatred, which we already did. First amongst traitors. So units of Chaos Terminators and Chosen are troops' choices instead of Elite's choices. Now, that wasn't entirely different from the Black Legion supplement that came out before, because you could bring Elites, you can bring your Chosen as troops, but for this one they added the Terminators, so that's pretty cool.
Yep.
That's pretty sweet. Chaos Artifacts, you can choose from the new artifacts, which aren't actually new. These existed, so this is one of those consolidation things where they included it in this book as well.
Book?
From the Black Legion.
Black Legion?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
So there's that. And
Because essentially what they've done, instead of just having a new supplement for every Legion, they just, here's one book with everything.
9 different supplements.
basically, if you have used that, they included it in the book. So that's pretty cool, with the exception of the Terminators being troops. I don't recall that being the case before, but that's cool. If you want to bring Terminator, straight up cast Terminators as troops.
If you want to be combined arms detachment,
If you want to bring a cat, right? Now let's talk about the actual Black Legion Spear Tip, which is the Black Legion specific detachment that you get.
that wants to tell you not to play a CAD.
Right. That's essentially what it is, right? So tip of the spear, you can re-roll your warlord trait. That's everything gets that. Heralds of the Black Crusade. All non-vehicle units in this detachment have the Fear and Crusader special rules.
Fear and Crusader. Not bad.
Okay, so Crusader, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Now Spear Tip Strike.
I like this.
Any units with the Deep Strike special rule from this detachment can make a reserve roll to see if they arrive from Deep Strike Reserve on the first turn,
Turn 1 reserves.
requiring a roll of 3+ to be successful. In addition, if this detachment is your primary detachment and your warlord has a Deep Strike special rule, you can choose to automatically pass his unit's reserve roll to arrive on the first turn.
That's awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Now, it's one of those detachments that require a core formation, and at least one auxiliary. And I think 1 to 5 command
0 to
formations
5
as well.
command.
0 to 5?
Yeah, 0 to 5.
Most of them got 0 to 4, but this one got 0 to 5. But
Yeah.
it's Black Legion, so yeah.
0 to 5 command, which, it kind of makes sense. And it has their specific formations that you can bring, and they each vary from Legion to Legion. But this is pretty standard with the Traitor's Hate stuff that you get in that, with the exception of the Cabal here. I think.
Yeah, the Cabal is 3 Psychers just for the Black Legion. You don't actually have the Chaos Warband as an option for a core choice,
Right.
which I think all the other ones...
I think everybody else has the...
And the Chaos Warband that's in this, I don't think it's in any other book, gives everybody objective secured.
That's interesting. That's
But
not
the
there.
Black Legion, they have I think 3 or 4 formations in this book that is
that
just
are
for Black
unique
Legion.
to them, yeah.
So the Black Legion Warband, they did not get objective secured. But what did they get? For It's one sorcerer, sorry, one Chaos Lord, and then 0 to 1 sorcerer, 2 to 6 units of Chaos Space Marines or chosen any combination, 1 to 3 units of Chaos Terminators or possessed any combination, 1 to 3 units of Raptors, Warp Talons, or Bikes, 1 to 3 units of Havocs or Hellbrutes. What were the special rules for this one?
That's a favorite of the War Master. When a model from the Black Legion Warband earns a roll on the Chaos Boon table as a result of the Champion of Chaos special rule, roll twice on the table and choose either one or both of the results. And the other one is Thirst for Glory. If an enemy unit is completely destroyed by a unit from Black Legion Warband, all other units from the same Black Legion Warband can re-roll 2 hit and 2 wound rolls of 1 until the end of the phase.
Not terrible. Not getting the objective secured, the Chaos Warbands given everybody else, but you have that turn 1 Alpha Strike possibility, which could offset that if you get a nice game rolling in your favor.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. It's not bad, right?
it's not bad.
And you need to get Abaddon too. Like that's the
And
thing.
Abaddon's,
right?
yeah, he's still a beast.
So that's probably the number one thing.
And there's more formations available just to the Black Legion the other guys aren't getting, like the Cabal of Psychers, I forget what it's called already.
The Cyclopia, I think.
But the thing is that doesn't have to be their core choice. They also have the Hounds of Abaddon, I think it's called, where it gives them a bunch of Khorne Berserkers and stuff as a possible core choice as well, which is also another good formation for a core choice.
Although I would argue that would be better in the Khorne specific Legion.
Sure, but that particular one was only for Black Legion. Khorne
Right.
couldn't take that one.
Right, but what's better, the Maelstrom of Gore or that? Right?
Yeah, no, you're not going to.
Right.
You,
So
are,
like
you
it's,
are right.
They have spillover, right?
I think that one could possibly work better in a Alpha Strike type list, is what I'm trying to say. Possibly, I'm not sure. I'm not a big
Possibly.
combat guy, so I could be way off the mark on that. I like the shoot and run.
I would like to have all of the steak, not just the bite of it. So that's how I look at it, right? So if I'm going to do Khorne, I'm going to do a Khorne army.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it, right? So
And with this book, you can.
you can. You could actually have both if you really wanted to. You can try both.
Yeah, Black Legion allows you to have other marks in your list, where everybody else is not going to be like, okay, no marks, or just mark a Khorne.
That's
or,
true.
Yeah, so
You
Black
can
Legion
have other marks.
is going to throw extra stuff in there, sort of amalgamation.
So they kind of kept the same.
Yeah.
Right. Before you
It's-
could have any mark in the army, and
It's
they
still the Chaos Codex with formations. That's what you're getting here.
yeah.
And now we get the special guys, I guess.
Yeah, that's essentially right. Yeah. So okay, let's go into Alpha Legion really quick because Black Legion isn't brand new. So let's go into Alpha Legion is a new thing. So this is kind of neat, and when we were going
Bringing
over this
back
before,
one of the
this actually. When I was reading this stuff here, I was like, man, I want to paint up a bunch of guys Alpha Legion
Right? Same here.
because I want to get some of this stuff. Okay, so let's see here.
Alpha Legion sounds super interesting.
They definitely seem like a really cool Legion to play. You
Okay.
could be that guy that paints them up like whatever you want, and they're Alpha Legion,
Yeah, my
pretending
Iron
to
Alpha Legion.
pretending to be Iron Warriors.
Right. But, okay, so the special rules you get. They cannot include any unique units. So
Nothing.
nothing.
No special characters, nothing like
Straight
that.
up, no special characters. Units that have the mark of chaos cannot be taken.
No marks.
No marks. Units cannot be upgraded to take any marks of chaos. Okay, so you can't
No
have
devoting to a god.
you can't have a plague marine and you can't have a chaos space marine with the mark of Nurgle. You can't have
do it.
any marks of any sort. All units that can do so must be upgraded to veterans of long war. No additional points cost. I believe that's included in every single legion.
Every one of them, yeah.
So that's
Yep.
the standard. Any demon of Zinch, and this is the psychic one again as well.
So basically, it's your Demon Prince.
your
Demon
Demon
Prince, he has to be devoted to a god. And
He must be upgraded to
And
one
he,
of them.
he can choose to use the Slanesh powers if he's devoted to Slanesh.
Right, or Nurgle or Zinch.
Yeah.
So that's also the same.
Yep.
And I believe that's also included in all of them,
Yes, it is.
with the exception of maybe
I think
the
Word Bears had something different.
the Khorne one might not
Oh,
have it
right.
because
Yeah.
of...
Right. Well, yeah.
Okay, so forward operatives. Oh, okay, here we go.
This is cool.
Units of chosen are troops choices instead of the elites choices. In addition, all units of chosen Chaos Space Marines and Chaos Cultists have the infiltrate special rule.
That's crazy.
That's back to like I think that was 3rd or 4th edition for Chosen and Alpha Legion stuff.
Yeah.
So I like that they're throwing back to that.
Yeah, like that. See, my mind just went like, Alpha Legion.
Stuff everywhere.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. And here's this one here when we were going over this. This is just cool. This is just like in fluff on the table, right? So this is, if your warlord is from an Alpha Legion detachment or formation and they are slain, you can immediately select another character from a friendly Alpha Legion detachment or formation to take their place. Generate a Warlord trait for your new Warlord immediately. This can happen multiple times in the same battle,
That's hilarious.
provided you follow these steps each time. Furthermore, if your Warlord is from an Alpha Legion detachment or formation and the mission you are playing grants victory points for slaying the enemy Warlord, your opponent will only achieve that objective if all of the characters in your Alpha Legion detachment and formations have been slain.
So this sergeant's my warlord. No, that sergeant's my warlord. No, that cultist leader's my warlord. No, this HQ's my warlord. No, now it's that cultist guy again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as they die. So you got to kill literally every character in the army to be able to get Slay the Warlord.
That's really awesome. Like, that's super cool. I love that. It's just cool.
It's a fluffy little way to deny points.
Yeah. Right? Like, it's only one victory point, right? Really. But it's just cool because it's one of those, because I can't get it easily, I want it.
As cool as it sounds, you're glossing over the fact that you can play combined arms with nothing but chosen infiltrating troop choices all over the field with objective secured and 5 multi-guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's true as well, Steve.
Everything here so far is just, I love it.
Alpha
it's great.
Legion is awesome so far. Yeah. It's like Christmas time.
It's like, I'm not going to play them because they're too. They might be really good.
You can definitely do some pretty crazy stuff with them, I think.
Wait, hold on. You're not going to play them? Why? Because they're too what?
All my armies are cheesy, and if this turns out to be the best, and I don't know yet, if this turns out to be the best in the book, I can't play it.
Why?
It'll be cheesy, and it might not be because it's still chaos. But
Oh, this is awesome. No, that can't be because it's stamped with chaos.
well, just having multiple small units of infiltrating, objective secured, cultists, and chosen with good weapons everywhere on objectives. Can't get your warlord kill. It's a good frustrate your opponent playstyle, which is what I like.
You like to frustrate
I
your
don't
opponent?
like to frustrate my opponent.
Okay, so Chaos Artifacts. This is also, it looks like this is indicative of every Legion as well. You can choose from the new artifacts that are available, which there are a bunch of new artifacts, which we should probably go over because they're brand new.
There's a couple in here that are really something. I think the
Did one
first
stand
one
out
there,
for
the Mind Veil.
So
Yeah,
before,
not me. It was the bolt one ammunition.
okay,
Really?
so
Yeah.
Mind Veil, 30 points, starting movement phase. You can choose to roll 3d6 and move the bearer and his unit up to the distance rolled in inches instead of moving normally. You can do this even if they are locked in combat.
That's really cool.
If you do so, enemy units cannot consolidate.
And correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't say anything about one-time use.
It's just at the start of any of your movement phases, you can choose to roll
I didn't
3d6.
notice that actually. I kind of assumed it was a one-time use.
Right, I did the same thing, but then I keep reading it. I'm going, I don't see one-time
No.
use anywhere on it.
No.
So
If it is one time, it would specify one time
Yeah.
because it always does, right?
now does that stick out as a better relic necessarily for you now? Steve?
Possibly. Because, yeah, you make one giant line of fight these guys, and then you kind of break away from combat,
Right.
and then you shoot them.
Right.
Because you can use them to block, and then have them disappear from combat, and never can shoot them.
Well, and even like, okay, this is something that you
That's
can't
a
really
crazy
guarantee, but if you look at Warlord traits, Faceless Commander, which lets you swap your Warlord with any friendly character on the battlefield.
Oh, good point.
You can zing characters all over the place. That the
That's
Faceless
once per
Commander is
game.
once per game.
That is once per game.
But the fact that, yeah, I can, have that relic on something else and fling my Warlord up and not really worry about giving away Slay the Warlord because somebody else will be the Warlord in a minute anyways.
Don't get me wrong, I can think of a few dirty tricks already with just that item.
Okay.
And the fact that it's not one-time use.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, so that's awesome. I think that... Okay, let's go over the other ones and see which one you would bring. Not that you have to choose because you have multiple things with multiple things.
Right, we'll see, see what
But-
the standout ones are.
So Blade of the Hydra, 30 points. This is a melee weapon. It's a demon weapon. Rending, AP5 strength user, multi-headed.
What is demon weapon again?
So you roll d6 and you add it to your attacks, but if you get a 1, then you're -1 weapon skill,
So-
and you get a wound, so that sucks. But,
Plus D6 to attacks weapon.
yeah. So that's what that is. So
Strength is user AP5, though.
each time the bear rolls a 6 to hit, they can immediately make another attack. Any additional attacks also benefit from this rule. So further hits, 2 hit rolls of 6 also grant additional attacks.
Could you not give that to a demon prince?
You
And
could,
just tear through units?
there are better, like Black Mace is like way better.
That's a toughness test, is it not?
Yeah.
Who fails those?
Like when you get, it's like every dude within a certain, like there's a lot
Oh,
of
is it really?
Yeah, like it's,
Oh.
yeah, like it's a lot.
Oh, they can have the black mace and the sword of the blade of the Hydra. Like, it's not bad. It's exploding sixes that keep exploding.
It's true. There's some potential there. It's just it's not my favorite.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the best one.
Well,
30 points, meh.
well, here's the thing. Like the fact of for you to roll sixes, the chances are increased because of veterans, right? So if you're fighting Marines, and you get your rerolls in your first roll of combat, so that's kind of cool too. But I'm still looking at this compared to the Mind Veil. Mind Veil better.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Viper's Bite. This looks like a
I like this one.
rapid fire. Let's see, 24-inch range, strength 5, AP2 rapid fire. 15 points for AP2.
Tell me why not.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. 15. Yeah.
If you want to be in combat, which I never want to be in combat, I want to shoot. AP2, strength 5 bolt gun.
15 points. It looks like it's
For
worth
15
it.
points, yeah.
Just
If
steal.
you got 15
Yeah.
points to
It's a
spare,
steal.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. The Drake Scale Plate. 25 points. The Drake Scale Plate confers a 2+ armor save. In addition, the wearer has a 2+ invulnerable save against all flamer weapons. Okay.
You know what? Again, isn't this not for your Demon Prince? 2-up save on Demon Prince now?
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. That you're. Yeah.
That's where my mind goes.
Okay. Yeah. I think Alpha Legion. When I think of Alpha, I don't think Demon Prince, but I suppose you could.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to power game it.
You're the power gamer. You just said
Well,
if you were not going to feel these too powerful,
Well,
then you're trying to power game
the thing is, I'm not going to turn it off, right? So I might as well say what my mind usually thinks of right away. I mean, it's out there.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, that's not 2+2+ against flavor. Icon of Insurrection, 25 points. Friendly units of Chaos Cultists within 12 inches of the bearer have the Zealot special rule.
And remember the infiltrate.
Yep.
You can chain those back to the guy holding the icon and make these little blobs of fearless, infiltrated cultists
Yeah.
for 25 points.
Hate spewing cultists, yeah.
Yep.
For 25 points, though.
Could be worth it.
Well, see, for 30 points, you get the Mind Veil, and then you have the dude who's
Well,
stronger
the thing
attached
is,
to the unit
you're
that's
right.
stronger.
And there are
that
other
moves
reasons we're going to
fast.
come up to soon where you might not want your cultists to be fearless.
Correct.
That,
But it's still pretty good.
yeah, okay. Hydra's Teeth.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Hydra's Teeth can be fired from any bolt gun, bolt pistol, combi bolter, or bolt gun part of any combi weapon that the bearer is equipped with. That weapon's profile gains the blast, ignores cover, and poison 2-up special rules. Okay, yeah.
This is the anti-cultist gun.
Yep. Cultists, orcs, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still these poison 2+, blasted Norse Courage AP5 rounds for 15 points.
Yeah,
Just better ammunition.
yeah, totally. But it's poison 2-up and it's a blast, so it's like, it's almost like you want to put it over a squad of things that are tougher, just to benefit from the poison.
Still, why
Well,
not?
instead of it being normally wounding on a 3 against most things, it's wounding on a 2. Or if you happen to hit a monstrous creature, you're wounding on a 2.
Yeah. So it's not bad all around for only 15
Yeah, for
points.
15 points, that's my favorite.
Dang, Alpha Legion, man. Wow.
Oh, we're just starting. There's plenty of good in this book.
Dang.
There's so much good in this book.
Dang. I think you talked about the most important warlord trait, the Faceless Commander. That's
Well,
pretty
I don't know
cool.
if that's the most. That's probably the one
The
you
one that
use some
stands out.
crazy stuff
It
with.
stands
That's
out the
the.
most.
It's the most unique feeling one,
Yeah,
I think.
it's the most Alpha Legion-esque one. Yeah, okay, there's other ones too. But for sake of the legions, let's go on to the next legion here.
Well, we still got
Well,
to
we
talk
should
about
talk
their
about this.
insurgency force.
Jeez. Well, no wonder you're like, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Wait, you're not done.
Well, because
So-
this one has one of the big talking points on it
Yep.
too.
Okay, Alpha Legion Insurgency Force. This is the actual
It's the
detachment.
formation, it's for detachment of formations. I'm not calling it the Decurion.
Why'd you have to say it?
I don't know. I felt like I had to say it. It's not a Decurion.
So
but
it's like,
called
don't
it.
saying
think of
Decurion.
elephants.
It
It's
is
like
the
saying that.
I know exactly. This is the detachment of formations. The Grand Detachment. Or we'll call it the Grand Detachment.
Why did you just call it the insurgency force?
Because we have to give...
Okay. Command
No.
benefits. This is what you get. Command benefits. I am Alfarius. You can reroll your warlord trait. Okay. Hidden deployment. All non-vehicle units in this detachment have the shrouded special rule during the first game turn.
All those infiltrators.
Infiltrated, shrouded, chosen...
Night
and-
fighting, hopefully. Yeah, that would be actually very beneficial, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
I like it.
Dang. Okay, so that's cool. So, okay, now I know what you're. Okay, cult uprising. Each time a chaos cultist unit from this detachment is completely destroyed, roll a d6 and on a 4+. You can immediately place a new unit into ongoing reserves that is identical in terms of the original number of models, weapons, and upgrades to the unit that was destroyed. These new units count as being part of the original detachment, so roll a d6 as described above if they are subsequently destroyed. Victory points are awarded for new units in the detachment that have been destroyed. Now here's the interesting thing that we're going to say here. As part of one of the formations that you get, an auxiliary formation in the insurgency force, you get the Lost and the Damned.
And that's the only way to get cultists into that.
Only way to get cultists,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lost and the Damned is a formation of cultists that includes 1 Dark Apostle and 4 to 9 units of Chaos cultists. And they have a special rule called a Tide of Traitors, which is actually very similar to the rule Cult Uprising, which is the command benefit you get in the detachment. And the Tide of Traitors says this: each time a unit of Chaos cultists from the Lost and the Damned is completely destroyed, roll a d6. On a 4+, you can immediately place a new identical unit into ongoing reserve. These new units gain the Outflank special rule.
Now, I think it's important to note it doesn't say put the unit back in reserve. It says put an identical unit back in reserve.
Yep.
That's the big deal right there.
Place a new identical unit.
Yes, a new identical unit.
A new identical unit.
So right now, this is the obvious choice for your auxiliary formation. Because every time a cultist unit dies, you roll 2 dice. Every 4+ puts 1 in reserve.
Right. You roll once for Lost and the Damned, roll once for the Cult Uprising. The way that
I can't find a way around it. That is how it's written.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Because-
obviously, it's in my benefit to agree with that as well.
Right.
Even if there was confusion, but because of even if
Yeah.
there was a
Yeah, I
confusion,
know, I hear you,
but it doesn't look like there is.
Otherwise, Cult Uprising as a rule makes no sense, because that's the only way you can get cultists into the list is...
Now,
It actually sounds like, because otherwise it would be a duplicate rule.
Yeah,
And it
exactly.
was like you just roll it once, but that
Interesting
is
thing.
redundant.
this one says the gain infiltrate, or sorry, outflank, correct?
Outflank, yeah.
Okay. The other one doesn't say the gain outflank, but they have infiltrate already for being part of the detachment, so they automatically have outflank as well. So they both are going to have outflank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a cultist unit dies, you roll 2 dice on a 4+. For each die, you put a new unit in reserve, ongoing reserve, with outflank.
Which is fitting for the whole Hydra theme, cut
Yep.
one head off and
And
2
just
heads
keep
Yeah.
grow.
bringing you, and the
Yeah.
whole they turn the populace against people and stuff. Yeah, it's super fluffy. I love it.
That's,
Yeah,
see, that makes it even better. Okay, so,
I might be Alfarius now.
okay. You might be or you will be.
No, I won't be. I might be.
You won't be?
I'll probably try at least once.
Alpha Legion, man.
Oh, you know, we should talk about their core choice. It is a Chaos Warband.
Right. Which is the typical one for
Most of them.
yeah.
And this is their only option for core choice. It has, if I recall correctly, what page is it on?
46.
Page 46.
It's going to require a Chaos Lord. It will have up to 1 Chaos Sorcerer. Okay, we have a Chaos Lord we have to bring. We can bring up to 1 Sorcerer. And then 1 to 3 units chosen from the combination of Chosen, Terminators, or Possessed. And then you have to have 2 to 6 units of Chaos Space Marines. 1 to 3 units chosen from Raptors, Warp Talons, or Bikers. And then 1 to 3 Havocs and Hellbrutes. And you're getting objective secured on all of that.
Because of the
And-
Chaos Warband.
Yep.
That gives you objective secured.
And then roll twice on the boon table anytime somebody rolls on the table, and you get both or one of them if you want them.
Yeah, that's the favorite Scion special rule.
And
That's
that's
the
a good.
Chaos Warband.
It's a good start for all these legions.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, the straight up Chaos Warband is your CAD. Only it's better than CAD because it can be included in the detachment.
Well, you get objective secured on Warp Talons or Bikers. And
The one thing I noticed, though, because we talked about the relics, most of the relics we said you give them to a
Chaos
demon,
Lord?
demon,
Oh,
prince
Demon Prince.
that you
Yes.
don't have access to anymore, right?
Yeah, but I mean the Demon Prince, I think for everybody is an optional HQ choice.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes. Is that one there for?
Oh, Lord of the Legion.
Yep, Lord of the Legion.
Okay,
so you have
gotcha.
0 to 4 command unit choices in the Alpha Legion Insurgency Force. So you can take a Demon Prince right there.
Man, it's actually Alpha Legion is looking really good.
Yep. They did
Yeah.
good.
Very flexible playstyle for them.
Very much. Wow.
And unique and fluffy for them. So I mean, we said it already, but I mean it's true.
Yeah.
And the other auxiliaries with the Hellforge Warpack, Cult of Destruction, Fist of the Gods, Raptor. These are all formations mostly from
Trader's Hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically access to almost all of them, right? If not all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. And then one is also 1 to 3 spawn.
Yeah, so
You
you
want to
just
just go
flesh it out with
yeah.
points.
You just want to take the warband, take a spawn.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, like that's an auxiliary. The Lost and the Damned is an auxiliary.
And that is that auxiliary is going to be the auto auxiliary, I think, for most, or if not all, Alpha Legion players.
I think so. that with a combination of the Chaos Warband with maybe in conjunction with your Demon Prince that you throw in there, because you can put your artifacts on them.
Why not? I like the Imprints.
Man, that's super good. And then infiltrate on your guys. There's really, it's hard to go wrong. With Alpha Legion, it seems.
Not a bad Legion.
Really not at all.
Infiltration, Shrouded turn 1, Cultists coming back in droves.
Yeah.
Or you just roll nothing but 3s and you get none of them. Whatever.
The only thing is, with your cultists, they don't have objectives secured because they're not part of the Chaos Warband.
Right.
That's the only thing.
You want them to die to keep your objective secured safe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we know Alpha Legion is good. Very good. So
Oh, and here we got new tactical objectives as well.
Right.
there are, yeah,
Yeah.
but
so,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors. I will play them at least once.
Yeah,
Not a lot more than that.
that makes
actually.
sense, actually, for you to play them. Okay, so for their rules, they cannot include any unique units. Same thing as Alpha Legion. Units have Mark of Chaos, cannot be taken. Same thing. Units cannot be upgraded to take any marks. Also same thing. All units that do so must be upgraded to Veterans Long War. It's pretty kosher now. And then also with the Demon Prince, or with any Demon of Zinj, Nurgle or Slime, they can choose from the psychic powers of those same disciplines. So those seem like that's the exact same wording
Yep.
as the Alpha Legion. Nothing has
Exactly.
changed. The only thing that's changed here are these special rules, and they're specific to the Iron Warriors. Blood Feud, units with Veterans of the Long War can reroll fail to hit rolls, which is what it is in every round of close combat against Imperial Fists.
We hate Imperial Fists.
Yeah.
In turn, the Imperial Fists get hatred Iron Warriors.
You know, it says in every round of close combat.
That-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Iron Warriors will reroll to hit every round, and Imperial Fists will reroll the first round.
Yeah. Yeah, so they gain hatred, Iron Warriors, and then you
Yeah,
can
why not?
really hate the Imperial Fist. So that's
There's-
kind of
there's
that's
a-
kind of neat.
there's a
In
couple legions
addition,
with that.
I know what I like about that is that they don't take out the rule where you hate Space Marines. They just make it better.
Yeah.
They really
against
hate
the
the
Imperial
Fists.
Fists,
Really
yeah.
hate Imperial Fists.
That's what I like about that. So Iron Within, Iron Without. Units with the Veterans of the Long War special rule have the Feel No Pain 6 up.
Six up Philippine
That's
across
fluffy.
the board.
Yeah, it's just
We got bionics and stuff.
yeah.
That's a nice little extra
It's a
too.
nice
Yeah.
touch. Like mine as well, right?
Not having to play with that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a reason to bring them. You're not like, oh, look at that, I got to get my Feel No Pain. Like, that's not. That's
No.
just a nice little
Yeah.
added. Patrons of the Technovirus. Units of Obliterators and Mutilators are troops' choices instead of elites' choices. That's cool.
If you're going to play Combined Arms, you can make a very heavy weapon filled list with those are your troop choices.
Yeah.
Why not?
Wow. Can you imagine all of those Obliterators?
Just Obliterators.
Dang. Now, that being said, it's very expensive, but even still, that's a lot of shots at troops' choices, right? Okay, objectives secure Obliterators.
Yeah,
That-
objectives cured, Obliterators, and they're like, that's your compulsory. Like, you don't have to waste any points on troop or on Chaos Space Marines for no reason if you're going Combined Arms.
Right. Siege Masters units can reroll armor pens against buildings that do not result in glancing hit or penetrating hits.
Okay, free
And
rule.
add 1 to the result when rolling in the building damage table. So that's, okay, specific against buildings.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
really going to happen too much. In addition, units of Havocs, Obliterators, and Mutilators have the Tank Hunters special rule.
I'll play just for that.
That's
That's worth it,
That's
yeah.
huge.
I love Tank Hunter.
That's huge right there. Yeah, and then they can choose from their own artifacts, which, have you guys had a chance to go through these yet?
You know,
a little bit, or
There's
not
there's a
really?
few that they're okay. They're not bad. I'm not complaining about them by any means. I like the flesh metal exoskeleton.
And for
30
me,
points.
yeah, the cranium's the one I would pick.
So Flesh Metal Exoskeleton is 30 points. It's a 2-up armor save. In addition, you gain Feel No Pain.
I'm
Or no,
putting
sorry,
that-
it will not die. You gain it will
I'm
not die.
putting that on Demon Prince.
Everything is Demon Prince. Why
Well,
is
I
Demon
2-up
Prince?
armor on Demon Prince. So I'm just drawn. I see that. I want to put that on him.
Okay.
Now the cranium is not bad as well. I also want some Demon Prince so we can fly around and get maximum use out of it.
Yeah,
But you can't have both.
the cranium's right underneath there for 30 points.
Okay, so Cranium is at the start of the bear shooting phase. Enemy vehicles within 2d6 inches of the bear suffer an automatic hit with the Haywire special rule. Cover saves cannot be taken against this hit. Huh?
Totally. You get a
What?
bunch of rhinos clustered around. You fly in the middle of all them, and boom,
What?
it's great.
Hold on. Okay, so you plunk them in the middle of whatever armor-heavy army.
Well, yeah, you got Marines playing with other free transports, and
Maybe we can get through them eventually in 3 or 4 turns.
yeah,
That's a lot of auto hits there. Rolling on the haywire table. That's kind
And
of
it's
cool.
the start of the shooting phase. I mean, you need to plan your shooting phase after it goes off. I mean, it's
It's just for automatic hits, no cover. You know,
That's not bad.
disable
bad at all.
line of sight. Just vehicles in 2d6. Ignore and cover. Haywire roll.
It just says enemy vehicles within 2d6 inches.
Yeah. So I like it. It's good. I would totally, absolutely use that. And then we have another one that's kind of interesting. It's a Siegebreaker Mace. It's 25 points. It's a power maul. But it can do one attack at strength 10, AP1.
Yeah. Instead of attacking normally, the bear can choose to make a single attack, strength 10,
I
AP1.
put that on a chaplain. Sorry, what do you call those guys?
Dark Apostle?
So it's kind of like, yeah,
So I want to reroll the hit.
it's kind of like
I got one
Smash.
attack.
Only Smash is what, AP2?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, only a little better.
I don't know if I'd use that. Play around with it, see if I like it. But I mean, I like those things that
It'd be
go back to
interesting.
One, yeah.
Now, the good thing about this is that it's master crafted, so you get your one.
It is Mastercraft?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
So you
Yeah.
get your additional hit, and if you miss, like with the one hit, then you can re-roll it at least.
Doesn't have to be a Dark Apostle. Yeah, okay. Totally.
the nest is kind of interesting too, though, for 20 points. Right there.
Nest of Mecha Serpents.
Only for Warp Smiths.
So Warpsmiths, the nest of Mecha Serpents is an upgrade to the bear's Mecha Tendrils. When fighting in a challenge, resolve 2 of the bear's attacks separately, first before resolving the remainder. If both of these initial attacks score successful hits, the bear's remaining attacks have the instant death special rule that turn. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. So, Mecha Tendrils, you know, it's funny because with Warpsmiths, you forget how good they are, really.
Yeah, a lot of attacks. 2 up armor.
Yeah.
I heck, 5 of M1, you can get them.
Yeah, they have like, they have good weapons too that they come.
Yep.
So, but they're not a popular HQ choice, I find.
I like them.
But they're for the Iron Warriors, they're perfect.
They're
For a lot of the different formations require you to take
Yeah,
one.
a lot of them require some Warp Smiths for everybody, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, in like some of the formations, like you need just a ton of them.
Yep.
All right, the Sons of Perturabo, Iron Warriors Grand Company is its unique detachment here. Let's take a look at the command benefits that you get. Warsmith, so reroll failed, or not failed, but Warlord trace if you don't like it. Masters of Annihilation. When firing barrage and or ordnance weapons with models from this detachment, you can choose to reroll the scatter dice.
So that's okay. I am no chaos expert, but I'm trying to figure out what barrage
Has barrage,
exists.
yeah.
What barrage exists for chaos right now where that rules and take advantage?
I mean, there's multiple ordnance.
Well,
I wonder if there's
ordnance
something.
is also blast because there's reroll scatter, right? So we have the Vindicator, and I can't think of anything else.
Well, the different
It's
strongholds
Defiler.
they can take, the
right?
fortifications.
See, the Filer.
You can't forget Deafy. Okay.
That's true. And yeah, you're right.
The fortifications,
There's
there's,
some
multiple with
fortifications.
ordnance. Which re-rolling, that's kind of a big deal.
But why barrage? So
No,
this
is
makes
there-
me think. It's also hopeful thinking. Do they have something planned for the future? Is this written for the future? Because there's no barrage I can think of that this would matter for.
Off the top of
Now,
my
again,
head, no.
there might be something in comment below. Please
That's
do.
just super obvious. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Did
can't
the
think of any
Filers fire barrage at all?
Nope.
Oh, wait, is the Flame Bombardment barrage? But that's not in Chaos. That's a demon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
but yeah. Anyway, that's interesting.
Yep.
That maybe it is a hope for the future, or it's a misprint. Either way, doesn't really apply to anything that exists right now
Yep. So Defilers and Vindicators.
that we know of. So, Intractable Brotherhood. All non-vehicle units from this detachment have the stubborn special rule. Non-vehicle units from this detachment that are on or within a fortification have the fearless rule instead.
Which is interesting because one of their auxiliary choices is just 1 to 3 fortifications in their Grand Company here.
Strongholds of Chaos, 1 to 3
Yep.
fortifications. Yeah, that's an auxiliary. You're right.
So I'll definitely be buying some, probably Bastions, but you never know. Maybe something with Barrage or Ordnance if they have
You
it.
figure what? Well, I mean, we know that there's the ones with ordnance.
Well, yeah,
the-
actually, I'm going to buy some of the, I'll be using the Battle Cannon ones.
yeah, because
They're
you
only
can get
with skill 2 or
something like that.
at
I
least they have
think.
to reroll the scatter die.
Yep.
So that could be worth it right there.
You know, this kind of neat too because like they have as their core choice, they have a Chaos Warband, just a straight up warband.
Yep. Objective
So
secured.
objective secured, right? You have all the special things in their favorite scions. You roll twice in the Chaos Boon,
And that's their only core, though, right?
That's
and that's
choice
the
they have
only
for it.
core that
Okay.
they have. Yeah, but I mean, like that's where you're going to bring out the Havocs.
Oh,
and,
Havocs and
let's see what else you got here. Your Terminators probably.
Havocs and where are the Are there no obliterators in this? No, there's not, eh?
No, it's a different
Yeah.
formation.
So probably you're gonna probably min your Chaos Warband
I'm
and
gonna- but-
bring more of this stuff
Yep.
over here. Like
I'm
you,
gonna max out the Havocs for
Is
Tank
it
Hunter.
Cult of Destruction, I think?
Probably. For
Go to
the
51.
obliterators.
51. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I think that Cult of Destruction is the... Yep.
Yeah. See, this is where you get your warp, your 1 to 3 warp smiths, and your 3 to 5 units chosen from obliterators and mutilators, and that makes a lot.
And
more
one of the
sense.
Iron Warriors Warlord traits is also affecting the obliterators, allowing them to use the weapons twice in a
Use,
row,
right, yeah.
which is good. Great if you get it.
So with the Cult of Destruction, this formation, which is taken as an auxiliary choice,
Yep.
it's very awesome because you get your Empyreanic Guidance rituals, which allow you to shoot twice. So you have obliterators that are shooting twice
Twice is good.
at the same unit in the shooting phase of the turn. Dang, and mutilators you attack twice. So
You have to keep them inside of a bastion
Yep.
so they get killed. Yeah.
yeah, see that's not new. So that is something that did exist before.
Yep. That was Traitor Saint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's cool because
But mixing with the new Iron Warrior special rules, I'm loving it.
yeah, because your troops doing that.
Well, if I want to use in CAD, yeah. But I'm going to stick in. I don't know. I want to try this.
They're both, I don't know, I think
I guess 'cause
it's having the options.
So what's the benefit here of you choosing the Grand Company versus the CAD?
Okay, so one, I have to bring 1 HQ and 2 troops for every fortification if I go CAD.
Yes.
Whereas this one, I'm going to get up to 3. Per auxiliary choice, I can do as many times as I want. So I can have as
That's-
many fortifications as I want.
It's pretty crazy.
So you said you want to bring strongholds. You want to bring bastions.
Yeah.
That's what you would. Why would you bring that, Steve?
Well, I was going to say, but Josh just said, 2 bastions and a void shield generator is the first thing I'm going to spend. Void shield to protect the bastions.
Yes. Ammo dump.
Ammo dump on the bastions, the obliterators inside, and just shoot. And then the cultists up front to...
So
the
you-
points allowed. See, I'm not even sure how it's all gonna fit.
You would still.
I would like to try to fit the Lost in the Damned. However, the core choice, the Chaos Warbands, that eat up a lot of those points.
Yeah.
The,
But you min it though. You just bring a min squad. of it.
Absolutely. Well, I would probably bring 3 units of Havocs. See, it'd be
Yeah,
hard. I have to put these lists together because you want the Havocs, you want the Bastions, you want the Void Shield Generator, you want the formation of Obliterators.
The cult.
Then you're going to want some anti-air, shoot a couple of Helldrakes.
But here's the thing though, like you don't want to necessarily min the squad because you have objective secure. So otherwise, it's just you have your lost in
and
the
by
damned.
no means an expert, the idea here is you just table your opponent.
Well, I mean, you can use the more aggressive stuff to...
I don't know if it's possible.
So, I'm very interested to see what the very first list I will put together and try. Because you're right, you need some rhinos for those guys to go out and grab objectives.
Yeah.
And hopefully they get shot at instead of the bastions where your obliterators are hopefully killing everything.
Hopefully.
Shooting twice per warp smith.
So, Lord of the Legion, that counts as a command. Okay, yes.
There's that demon prince with his flesh metal exoskeleton with 2 up save.
So this one is Strongholds of Chaos, so that's specific to this. I think that's the only one specific to this. 'Cause
I
do
think
you
so,
get
yeah.
that?
There's so much I want to
Get
use
that
in there.
anywhere else? You don't really
no,
get that
I don't
anywhere
recall
else.
seeing that anywhere else.
Was it over?
The fortifications.
Yeah, like,
No, that was the
Strongholds
only
of
one.
Chaos.
Strongholds of
That's
Chaos.
unique
Yeah.
to the Iron Warriors.
that's kind of cool.
So they're all going to play differently, they're all going to play fluffy.
Yeah.
We're going to bunker up.
So
Sure.
this is what we're going to do. We're going to continue this discussion in the MiniWarGaming Vault. So click on the link below to watch that. We're going to go through the other legions in that portion of the video. We thank you for watching thus far for this review. Please do leave your comments. Let us know what your thoughts are, what your insights are, what your first impressions are of this new Legion supplement.
It's
It's
great.
pretty amazing.
It is
Yeah,
amazing.
we're so excited to just like tear through this and to build this. And there's going to be a lot more chaos content to come. A lot more battle reports where we figure out exactly how we're going to build our list. We're going to do legions against each other. We're going to do the Alpha Legion
What if like
versus
every
Iron
battle
Warriors.
report for the next month is a chaos battle?
It's going to be a lot of
report?
chaos. This
Is
a lot
me
of
okay
chaos.
with that?
It's going to be a reign of chaos from the sky, and it's not going to end for a very long time. That's all I'm going to say. So click on the link below. We'll see you there and continue the discussion. Thank you very much, and happy wargaming.